Hi all, welcome to this Team of the Week 14 predictions. Looks a tasty Team of the Week. Wants to go and buy the thumbnail. If we can smash the likes, would be awesome. Sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at G is a legend. All the links are down below. Listen to the channel and social media links as always. And remember to check out the Footmas SBC guides at all if you need them. But very tasty Team of the Week. Looking at some of the cards, some second informs to look forward to, and maybe even one team having two informs. So Asensio is our first shout with 10 saves, one of them being a penalty save, and a very strong shout. The game finished 2-2 between Huesca and Villarreal, but I do fancy Asensio to happen. I feel he's 10 saves. Goalkeepers are not the easiest to predict this week. You could have Marciano from Hibs, Sommer for a second inform, Fabianski as other potentials. So see what happens. Kimmich 1 goal 1 assist for Bayern. For me, you could also consider Alba into that bracket for the goal on a clean sheet that Bayern had. So I would imagine Kimmich is a stronger shout, but Alba, don't be surprised if he is put in as well, or done instead I should say, sorry. Daily Blind, a hat-trick and a clean sheet. A hat-trick from centre-back is startling, especially since Ajax won 8-0 against the Graafschad, I'm sure it was. Ziyech should get in as well, we would imagine, for his hat-trick and an assist, but Daily Blind played centre-back, ran riot, and absolutely should get into this Team of the Week for a second inform, which would go to an 84. So this could be our first time for two informs from one team for a little while, I think. Tete, 2 assists and a clean sheet for Lyon in their victory. You can consider Mendy the left back, Ferland's Mendy, I'm sure he's a left back, for a goal and a clean sheet, but for me Tete just seems the stronger shout due to 2 assists and gives an increased interest in Dutch informs, it would seem this week. Quite a few by the looks of it. Bamba, second inform, looks inbound for him for Lille, 1 goal 1 assist, and I would say could be quite cheap but also quite handy to have. Not going to be too expensive, but one to keep an eye on regardless. The Lille player definitely standing out for what I saw of the game. I think if he'd got a second goal or assist, I think he would be a given, but regardless I feel a second inform looks a strong shout for him. I personally feel but it's also could be seen as a bit of a hit and miss with him. Priyet, 2 assists for Sampdoria in their victory. Priyet, for what I've seen of the game, kind of ran the show in midfield, and definitely a cheap inform, and definitely one to kind of consider into that cheap inform bracket, one where people hopefully won't be too downhearted about getting him, but could be handy SBC fodder over the Footmas period. Ziyech, second inform, believe he played right wing for what I saw, and as I said, 3 goals 1 assist and 86 rated, looks inbound for him, so keep your eyes peeled with him. And Deulofeu, 1 goal 1 assist for Watford in their 3-2 victory. I think if they kept a clean sheet I would have probably went for Holobas, but he got a goal, and it's a bit of a pity really that Watford kind of conceded 2 goals in the end. It kind of threw a spanner in the works for who could have got in from that game, but I feel Deulofeu is probably the strongest shout from this game getting into Team of the Week 14, and especially since EPL is not too heavy when you look at this Team of the Week, and I think that's what gets him in. Griezmann, 2 goals 1 assist, very strong performance for Atletico. Savic I think is the only other one you could consider from the game, but I feel Griezmann just kind of makes this Team of the Week a lot more appealing. I think he'd go 91 rating, I think 91 or 92, I'm trying to think. He'll either go the same rating as his Team of the Group Stage card or just above it, and so time will tell. And Gabriel Jesus, 2 goals for Man City as they ran the show against Everton 3-1, so should get in a nice 85 rated card. I don't think many people will knock it. It's definitely going to be a handy card to have. Be interesting to see if it makes them kind of like weekend league usable. That is what it's going to come down to. And Messi, a hat-trick and 2 assists to play a part in all 5 goals in Barcelona's 5-0 victory against Levante. Doesn't matter who you are, I think that takes a bit of doing to be playing the part in 5 goals. So fair play to Messi getting into this team of the week, and I think it just gets people a little bit excited about football that they could pack him over Christmas. Or just in the run up to Christmas, we should say. Dubravka, 5 saves and a clean sheet for Newcastle in their 1-0 victory. Huddersfield bombarded Newcastle for what I saw of the game and were unlucky, and Dubravka played a very key part in keeping out the Huddersfield front line, who are struggling for goals. But Dubravka giving Newcastle a handy inform to have. Ankerson, 2 assists and a clean sheet for Copenhagen. My team name went blank in my head for a minute there. Skov got 2 goals, but sorry, a hat-trick even. He scored all 3 goals in the 3-0 victory, but it's too soon for a second inform because it was team of the week 12. Applies to also another player that could feature. Then Gumney, 1 goal, 1 assist and a clean sheet for Lech Poznan in their 6-0 victory. Someone's getting in from that game, and I feel Gumney is the shout that will make team of the week 14. So fair play to him. Rika, 1 goal and a clean sheet for Malaga as they got a vital victory in the league. And I would say, I'm sure I've predicted him a couple of times and he's not made the cut for a goal and a clean sheet. Hopefully the tide will turn this time, I feel. And also he's a discard inform. There's nothing majorly worrying about him, but it bulks up the La Liga 1-2-3 informs, as it were, adds to the Delabella situation. And then Hamdallah, 4 goals. This guy's a given. If this guy doesn't get a team of the week, you might as well just give up. It's like Saudi inform, but fair play to the guy. The guy has ran right this week to back himself in inform. Maybe that's what he was playing for. Thought, let's go and get ourselves in FIFA. And then Prevaljic of Red Bull Salzburg got 4 goals. You will see in some sources it does say 3 goals and 1 assist, but the majority of sources have marked it down as 4 goals. And Chris O'Grady got a hat-trick for Oldham in their victory against I want to say Bury. I'm sure it was Bury. But fair play to Chris O'Grady being our silver inform of the week. Dumfries, another player that I featured a couple times, he got a goal and a clean sheet as PSV ran absolutely right as well to keep pace with Ajax. Obviously PSV played on Saturday, but Ajax played on Sunday to keep the the goals scored and goals against the same, which is quite amusing. But I think Dumfries has a strong shout. You could also consider Schwab for 1 goal and a clean sheet. Ayan, 2 goals. Should get him into this week's team of the week. Looks fairly cheap, but also handy Bundesliga inform to keep in your club as for stockpiling. Kostic, 1 goal, 1 assist. I've seen left mid, left wing back on him. Regardless, if it's left wing back, I would actually feel quite tempted to nab him, but regardless, I would go for him anyway as a cheap inform. Eintracht Frankfurt doing the business in the Bundesliga, and this team could have a lot of upgrades come that period when it happens. Eunice Poulsen, 2 goals. I know a lot of people will say, where's Werner? Werner got, what was it, a hat-trick, but the problem is, sorry, 2 goals, 1 assist, but the problem is Werner has just had 1 in Team of the Week 12, and I feel if a 4th inform is going to happen, he's going to need at least a hat-trick, or maybe do like a Messi, get 3 goals, 2 assists kind of thing. He's going to need something standout to get into Team of the Week again anytime soon for a 4th inform. And Diego Souza is our last man to feature in Team of the Week. He got himself a hat-trick for Braga as they ran riot and just joins the discard inform club. But be wary if you've got him and Jesus and you pack one of them, you're going to have to hope and pray that it's Jesus and not Diego Souza. But the joys of FIFA. But pretty much a tasty Team of the Week in my opinion. Some really nice cards to look forward to, some potentials to look forward to. Or Milojevic of Crystal Palace for 1 goal, Immers for 2 goals, Trupe for 2 assists and clean sheet, Alaba, whole assist, and Schwab as mentioned before. Bruno for 1 goal, 1 assist, Danny Ings for 2 goals, don't be surprised to see him make the cut. Same for Mario Gomez for 2 goals, Simeone 1 goal, 1 assist, Ryan Porteous or Marciano from Hibernian for their performances, Jan Sommer for a 2nd inform, Fabianski for 4 saves and a clean sheet, Huru for 2 goals, 1 assist in the Young Boys Justin Kluivert for 1 goal, 1 assist, and El Abdelouli for 1 goal and a clean sheet. So plenty to look forward to in Team of the Week 14. As I said, anyone else that I may have missed, let me know in the comments down below. As I said, everything is in the overlay as always, folks, so remember to check that out. Smash likes as always, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter at GIsaLegend, and I will catch you all later.